Hey, I'm Parikshit. Welcome to a new video. I bought the iPhone 13 on launch day and I've been using it extensively pretty much every day since then. I've been testing just about everything that makes up the iPhone experience. The beautiful design, the wonderful cameras, the stunning display, the whole ordeal. So while at first glance the phone may look the same as the iPhone 12, don't let that make a false impression. And if you're coming from an iPhone 11 and older, let me tell you, there's a whole bunch of new stuff with the 13. To me, this feels like the perfect iPhone for everyone. And in this video, I'll be telling you everything that you need to know about the iPhone 13. So, without any further ado, welcome to my iPhone 13 review. First off, let's talk about the design, because this has to be one of my favorite iPhone designs ever since the iPhone 4 and 5S. The flat, color-matched aluminum rails feel premium, and I like the bead blasted matte finish more than the stainless steel rails on the Pro. The iPhone 13 is a little thicker than last year's iPhone 12, and that's mostly due to the bigger battery, which I'll get to later on in the review. To me, this size is perfect. I come from a 10R, and that phone always felt a little too heavy and large for me. So the much smaller bezels, flat sides, and the lighter phone are a welcome change. In addition to all this, the button positioning is slightly lowered. I found that it made reaching the volume buttons and toggling the mute switch especially easier than before. As you can see, I went with the blue phone. My iPad Air is blue and I like the color blue, so I ended up going for the blue one. The iPhone 13 is IP68 water and dust resistant, meaning you should be fine if you drop it into the dirt or submerge it in up to 6 meters of water for 30 minutes. Just make sure you don't go around treating it like a GoPro. Now onto the display, because holy crap, if you're coming from anything below an iPhone 11, this display is a huge upgrade. Gone is the 768p LCD panel. Say hello to the super sharp, super colorful, super bright, Super Retina XDR display. It's got a new peak brightness of 800 nits, meaning you should be able to see what's on screen much easier when under the sun. The display goes up to 1200 nits when viewing HDR content, and boy does it look amazing. It's got a P3 Cinema Standard wide color gamut OLED display, so you'll be getting inky deep blacks and vibrant colors with great contrast with precise color accuracy. It's a 60Hz panel, and honestly, it's not a deal breaker. I think the vast majority of people out there who aren't tech nerds aren't going to care. Don't get me wrong, ProMotion is great, but I don't think many people need it. The notch is also 50% smaller in width, and that's great. At this point, the notch is just one of the iPhone's design traits. It's a lot less intrusive, and honestly, after using your iPhone for a while, you'll just learn to ignore it. Face ID works nice and fast as well. And from my testing compared to the iPhone XR, it seems to work at greater angles as well. The front glass is made from Apple's ceramic shield, making it a little bit less breakable, but glass is glass, so be careful either way. Along with the display, the speakers make up the rest of the experience. And they sound great on the iPhone 13. They get nice and loud, and at high volumes, they don't distort. And the stereo separation is really nice. Now for the part that you've probably been waiting the most for, let's get to the camera now. This is hands down the most fun I've had testing a camera system, and I'd say it's the best point and shoot camera I've ever used. There's two 12 megapixel cameras on the back, one ultra wide and the main wide. The main wide angle has a brand new large sensor that captures 47% more light. It's also got the new sensor shift image stabilization from the iPhone 12 Pro Max. The ultra wide is such a fun lens to shoot with. The super wide lens is so convenient and it provides such a unique look to photos. Apple says they put in a faster sensor, and equipped with night mode and deep fusion, even in low light, photos come out pretty decent. They're nowhere near as sharp as the main sensor, but that's to be expected. And the main sensor is brilliant. Autofocus is excellent, colors come out well, and the images are sharp. Compared to previous generation iPhones, there's a big step up. With Smart HDR entering its 4th generation, photos look much more natural and have less of that fake look that they used to have. At f1.5, close-up shots produce this brilliant natural bokeh. And the larger sensor, this means that longer exposures during night mode come out better with more detail, and they take lesser time to capture. With deep fusion, the camera captures better detail in medium light situations using the neural engine. The result, much better detail in textures in medium light scenarios. New to the camera system is Photographic Styles. It's not the same as a filter, which takes a color profile and applies it evenly across the image. Photographic Styles uses Apple's image processing pipeline, and somewhere in the process applies these color profiles to generate different styles of images. There are some people out there who like the color profiles of some Android phones, for example the Pixel. Using this, you can pick and customize which style you like according to your personal taste. And portrait mode also looks great. Granted, it still sometimes misses the edges by just a touch. but overall, portrait mode has improved a lot since its launch and produces some brilliant results. Let's talk about video, but let's start off with cinematic mode first. Right off the bat, I'll say it's not perfect. Apple says that it will get better with time, but for what it is right now, if you learn its limitations and learn to work with them and not against them, you can pull off some incredible shots. This mode is so much fun to use. Family videos, fun times with friends, or shooting your own films. This is great. In fact, all of the A-roll that you've seen up till now is recorded using cinematic mode. And my voice, well, you're hearing that from the built-in microphone. What's cool with cinematic mode is being able to change the aperture and focus points after the fact. It's really convenient. Sometimes videos won't come out the way you want them, and after a quick adjustment of the aperture, you'll get a much more usable result. Cinematic mode uses Dolby Vision at 1080p and 30 FPS. 30 FPS, well, cinematic, I'll let you decide that. Personally, I shoot in 24 FPS and this video is also in 24 FPS. Okay, it doesn't bother me. But I do wish Apple gives us 4K at 24 frames per second or even 1080p at 24 FPS. Either way is fine. Anyway, here, check out some of these sample shots. Normal videos look amazing as well. The extended dynamic range makes videos look stellar and the stabilization is great. Here's a few more samples. Even the front camera is 12 megapixels. Granted, it's not the best sensor, it still pulls off some pretty neat tricks with software. It receives all the same features as the back cameras, including portrait mode, slow motion, cinematic mode, deep fusion, and night mode. The screen dims when the camera starts to get too hot, and that's a lot less noticeable with the new brightness. Now let's get to performance. The iPhone 13 sports Apple's new A15 Bionic processor. For those of you interested, here's the tech specs, and here's the Geekbench score. And if you're interested to know more about the A15, I'll leave an article written by Tech down in the description below, so be sure to check that out. For everyone else, all you need to know is that this chip is fast. Playing games, checking email, browsing Safari, normal usage, heavy or light, the iPhone hasn't stuttered at any task I've thrown at it. Editing Dolby Vision 4K footage doesn't get it to choke. Heck, even ProRes video runs smooth on the A15. Apple builds their chips with at least the next 5 years in mind, so software updates and performance should remain great for the next few years. Last but not least, let's talk about the battery, and I have to say, battery life has been great. This is the most amount of battery life I've ever had in an iPhone. I've consistently been able to pull out more than a day of normal to heavy usage. I'll usually charge it in the morning, and it'll last till the next morning. And the only time I've been able to kill it was while using the camera the whole day for testing. The phone also supports MagSafe and its related set of accessories. It also features fast charging for up to 50% in 30 minutes, but in order to do that, you'll have to have the 20-watt adapter or higher. The phone still uses Lightning, and that's okay, but yeah, it is kind of a bummer. With my iPad and MacBook being USB-C devices, heck, even my Nintendo Switch, I'd love to carry one less cable when I'm out and about. Now, you might be saying, I want the new telephoto, I need the new ultra-wide and the macro, I need all the pros, the ProMotion, the ProRes, the ProRAW. Well, I got you covered. There's an iPhone 13 Pro review coming to the channel shortly, so hit that subscribe button and that bell icon so you don't miss that. The iPhone 13 starts at $829, 779 pounds, or 79,999 Indian rupees. The iPhone 13 comes in blue, midnight, starlight, pink, and product red. It's available in 128, 256, and 512 gigabytes of storage, and with all the features this phone packs, I'd say it's a great deal. I've been doing so many shot on iPhone videos on my channel in the last few years. The kind of video capability that modern iPhones showcase is incredible. If you're looking at starting a YouTube channel or even making your own short films, this is a great starting point. I have had so much fun reviewing this phone. So, to recap, it's got a beautiful design, a stellar display, amazing cameras, unparalleled performance, and great battery life. And that's about it for my review. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Leave an iPhone 13 with a blue heart in the comments and I'll know that you made it to the end. Hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any future uploads. Once again, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.